5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And roll red, check it full, fade up.
Now,
stand by, John Henry's mic.
Central.
Mic him, go.
Giants lose a game at AT&T, but they may lose a whole lot more after Angel Pagan suffers a setback in the minors.
The A's and Rangers stand on an unbelievable moment, a play so close you'll have to see it multiple times to believe it.
White.
And the Sharks lock up a key member of their franchise Thursday. Wow, Game 7 of the NBA Finals turns out to be another classic. Let's play Spot the Golden State Warrior, by the way. Sportsnet Central now.
Rolex clips. Mic 'em, music, standby X clips.
We begin with injury news, and there was an Angel in the outfield tonight as Angel Pagan rehabbed with the San Jose Giants in Stockton. But in the ninth inning, he fell to his knees while running out a ground ball. He actually needed the help of that cart to get him off the field. We await further developments, but that cannot be good for his hamstring injury.
Stand by 2. Start push on 2.
As the post-game live tweet pointed out, he was late for the game.
Did he go to the highlight next? No mancha. Stand by their names.
Hopefully he will be okay. Welcome to Hyundai Sportsnet Central. Brazil. I'm John Henry Smith. You know, dietitians, they recommend fish as a healthy part of any diet, especially if those fish appear to be easy prey, like the ones visiting 3rd and King.
Just one problem, John Henry. Some people do not eat fish, myself included.
No, and we don't know what you're missing.
For whatever reason, though, I'll tell you what, this particular variety of marlin has given the Giants stomach aches now for 2 years and running. It really is unbelievable. Let's show you the highlights. Marlins, Giants. The Fish have won 7 straight at AT&T. Is that a Romo bomb? What? Like, why would you do that of all things? Sergio, we caught you.
I think he just wants to be on TV.
Amy Gutierrez caught you. Top 5, no score.
John, we're about, I don't know, minute and a half. Should be a 95.
And record the out, but one more time you see it here. Good news, he didn't get hit in the head. The bad news is he'd have to leave the game. The official diagnosis, a right elbow contusion. Meanwhile, Marlins pitcher Tom Kohler smoking. Bottom 5, 1 on, 1 out. Juan Perez grounding into the 4-6-3 double dipper. That's the end of that inning. Now bottom 6, Sandy Rosario striking out looking. The Giants still don't have a hit. Next batter, thank goodness, Gregor Blanco ends that with the single. I really didn't feel like doing a no-hitter show tonight.
Well, you
against the Giants,
show.
No thank you.
Congratulations.
Bottom 7, still no score. Brandon Belt lines it to right center. He's going to try for 2, and thanks to a little bobble there, he'll get it to throw offline. Belt safe at second. That brings Joaquin Arias to the plate. This happens.
Into right center field. It's going to fall.
Stand by his mic. 1-0 Giants. The out cue. Stand by his mic. And 3, 2, 1. Mic him. Go.
Arias gets the 2-out RBI triple. He's got a career-high 11-game hit streak rolling. Top 8. Runners on second and third with 2 outs. Marcell Ozuna lines it to right. Hunter Pence just can't get there. Both runners score, and the Marlins take a 2-1 lead. Watch the shot of Jeremy Affeldt in the dugout. Yeah, he's not very happy. Now, bottom 9, 2 outs. Belt.
Stand by your wipe.
The fans at the end of the game. The Marlins win 2-1. And the worst team by record in all of baseball gets its 8th straight win at AT&T Park. The Giants, pick up their 35th loss. The Marlins get their 23rd win. Very similar box scores when you look at the teams side by side. And just a small margin of error tonight as all the scoring came within a 6-out span. After this contest of 2 hours, 25 minutes, we check in with Amy Gutierrez, who has more with this press
and check stuck 1. Amy G's up.
All right, Brody, you said the Giants continue to struggle here at home against the Marlins, who now have 8 consecutive wins over the Giants on their home turf. San Francisco just couldn't get their bats going this evening against a surprisingly stellar Tom Kohler. He came into tonight's game 0-5 with a 5.09 ERA, but managed to hold the Giants hitless through 5 1/3 innings. The Giants got their first look at this rookie tonight and may have held back too much.
Roll blue, check a full. Take. Stand by coach's name flat. Stand by fly it off.
Behind the ball a lot.
Fly it off. This runs a minute.
I think he has good stuff, but at the same time, it seemed like we were late quite a bit. And
all right, so the Pagan full screen's out. We're gonna do our tag, tease, and then
I want the guys to be aggressive.
Okay.
When the ball's in the strike zone. I mean, we had some walks, but. We have a couple guys that's their style of hitting. You're not going to change that, Henry, but
stand by Brandon's name.
Overall, thought we were a little too passive tonight.
I'm sure nobody expects to go out there and get no hit with this lineup.
Stand by to fly it off.
You just got to go up there and keep battling, and
fly it
I
off.
assume we want to fall in if we just stick with our
Stand by
plan.
Nick's name.
I felt like we still hit the ball pretty
Fly.
well though. We had quite
Stand
a
by
few
fly it off.
lineouts.
10 left and sound.
Arias came up with a big
Fly
spot
out this name. Stand by select one. Stand by Amy's mic.
Which,
and 5, 4,
couple hits with 2 outs.
3,
helps, so,
2,
it's one of those
1.
nights.
Amy's up and dissolve.
Definitely
Stand by your
one
name.
of those nights. The hits were not
Fly your
falling
name.
for the Giants, but the
All right, we'll
hits
do a
do
Giants
keep
50
coming
green
on
next
the
with
injury
Brody's
front
mic.
to this team. Chad Godin taking a comebacker
I'll leave
off
her
of his
name
right
until the end
elbow.
here.
Had to come out of the game in the 5th inning. He spoke to us
Stand by
after the
green.
game. He said the good news is it only hit muscle. It did not hit bone, which should bode well for a
Stand by
faster
green.
recovery. He said he's not disappointed, but he's frustrated because it's just something you can't control. He'll know more tomorrow
Stand
and
by
expects
green.
to make his next start. From AT&T Park, I'm Amy
Stand by
Gutierrez for
green.
Comcast Sports.
And white, roll green music. Amy G's
Amy,
clear.
thank you so much. As you
Stand by the
mentioned, you will
front.
hear from Chad
Downstream
Godin
fly.
coming up.
Stand by
His
injury alert
comments
to
in
red.
their entirety
Stand
in
by
that
injury
scary
alert to
moment
red.
as he was struck with that line drive. All
Stand by
that coming
X-Clips.
up in just a matter of moments right here
And
on Comcast
roll
Sports.
X-Clips. Stand by
We do
red.
have more Giants injury
Roll red.
news, although this is much better. Pablo Sandoval, as you watch the video here taken this afternoon, his rehab
I'm gonna go to
from
blue
the
for
foot
highlight
injury is going
next.
so
We'll take
well
to
that
it.
he's now expected to play in
Stand
single
by
in
blue.
San Jose this weekend. Tomorrow is a designated hitter, and on Saturday in the field
Stand
at
by
third
blue.
base. Sandoval hopes to rejoin the Major League Giants on Monday in Los Angeles. Bruce Bochy also
Stand
noted
by
that
blue.
Sandoval, since rehabbing, has
Roll
lost
blue.
some weight.
Take, change your music.
Looking svelte.
All right,
A's
this
trying to
runs 2
salvage a
minutes.
series
Full
split
screen
deep in the heart of Texas where they call their hot dogs boomsticks. They're as big as broomsticks.
Joe, thanks
AJ
for your help
Griffin
on
the
that
hill
web
for
one
Oakland. A's doing it with defense early. Bottom of the first, Nelson Cruz. The comebacker to Griffin knocks Griffin's glove off, but AJ keeps his head, keeps the ball, throws it to first, makes the play. Bottom of the second, Robinson Chirinos with a drive to right center. Coco Crisp gets on his horse, puts out the GPS, tracks it down, slams into the wall. Game scoreless through 2 innings. Bottom 5th. Leonis Martin flares one to right. Josh Reddick coming in for the diving grab. He's a Gold Glover, you know. Ends the inning. Game tied
Full
1
screen
after
will be
5.
next. We got
Top
a
7.
minute
Game
20
tied
left.
at 2. Josh Donaldson, men on.
Hey, Tom,
2
you
men
want our,
on.
all
Grounder
three
to the
right-
hole. It's short. Ellis Andrews throws
Our
hard.
teasers, do you want them all on
Hits
the monitor?
Jeff
or just the
Lowry,
first
kicks
one?
away. Lowry
Okay.
comes on
So
home.
Mark, we're good. That's
A's
down 2 and
take
3
a
tees.
3-2
Yeah, go ahead.
lead.
Go ahead.
Bottom of the
So
7th.
just the
2
first one
on,
in the
2
monitor.
out. Martin grounds one to first. Sean
And then we'll be an
Doolittle
on cam with red in the
doing
monitor.
2 little running because he's late covering first base. Rangers extend the inning. Next batter is Ian Kinsler, and well, you knew what was coming. Singles up the middle, and that's going to bring 2 runs on to score. Rangers take a 4-3 lead. Hey, quit hot dogging it. Top of the 8th, man on for John Jaso. He rips one to right center. Nelson Cruz has got it. That was a nice play. A's still down 1. Last chance for the A's in the 9th. Donaldson on first. Seth Smith singles to center, and Craig Gentry gets handcuffed. There goes the ball. Donaldson sees that, and his eyes get big, and he's trying to score. The relay throw, perfect. He's out at the plate to end the game.
20
Look at
left.
the third base coach, Mike Gallego. Oops. That's the universal sign.
Stop.
Stop. He did not stop. And look at A.J. Brzezinski.
10 left.
This is what we used to call selling wolf tickets. He's wolfing right about now.
Stand by the full screen.
Doing a
And
lot of talking.
4,
You know,
3,
win with place,
2,
brother. All right.
and wipe the full screen.
We'll see if that comes up later in the season. A's still fall 4-3, dropping
Stand by
3
green
or
via.
4
We'll do a
in
quick
Texas.
wipe, and we'll
You know,
fly
it's
the
really
font.
hard to win
Stand
when
by
you go
green via.
2 for 14 with runners in
After
scoring
green will be
position,
on
but
camera.
going 2 for 14 is just what the A's did, and they did not
Stand
win.
by
Texas
green.
now moves to 6-4 against the A's this season. Doolittle takes
Roll
the
green.
loss to fall to
White.
3-2.
Stand by the font.
More on this
Downstream
game
fly.
coming up
All right,
in
stand by news
just
alert to camera
11
3 will
minutes
be on
when
cam
our
here. Stand by
post-game
news alert
live
to camera
crew
3.
breaks it
Well,
down.
red in the
And we
monitor.
relive a classic A's moment with a
Stand by X
classic
clip.
announcer
And
on the call.
roll X clip, start to push. Roll red. He's on cam.
You know, it is funny how time works. 2 years ago, Sharks fans
All right, we're gonna do
despised
Yahoo
him,
live
and this
animation
offseason
for
they
Blue
just
Sound
couldn't
here.
wait to get
We'll
him
have that lower
re-signed.
third once we
This
see it.
after
We'll bring
just
it in the
6
whole
weeks
thing.
until this morning, San Jose locked up Rafi Torres,
Stand by,
their
stand
most
by blue.
edgy player. Torres to a 3-year, $6 million
Stand by, stand by
contract.
blue.
He joined us a few hours later
Roll
on
X
Yahoo
clip.
Sports Talk.
Stand by
Live.
blue. And roll blue. Check it full.
Just being there when
Stand
I
by
got
the phone,
there,
bring
it
it
was
in.
great. You know, like I was.
All right, we'll leave it in the whole time.
minutes,
Stand by
but,
green via.
You know, I was
It's pre-approved.
contributing, and it had been a while since it was nice to get that regular shift, and at the same time, I felt like it was
Joe, we're going to use this picture to top the next segment.
It was just nice to get involved and be involved in the game. And
stand by green VO. This will be Brody's read. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, roll green, and just all music cue.
Now, of course, every signing comes with some risk. Kevin Cruz breaks that down as it relates to Raffy and the Sharks. You can find that right now at CSN California.
Start to push. Roll red, white, music.
Let's go racing! Just minutes away, a preview of Sonoma that includes a beer-chugging guy evolving into a wine-sipping fellow. Wait until you see who it is. I could do some beer-chugging right about now. Plus, is Colin Kaepernick ready to make a move from the gridiron to the diamond? Seriously? Ready or not, it's going to happen very soon. Party rocking in the house tonight. Oh, boy. LMFAO moves on the dance floor, moves on the tennis court. Check it out when SNC keeps shuffling, shuffling. Can we get a commercial, please?
Stand by red. And roll red. Check a full. Dissolve. Stand by brick.
Sportsnet Central is presented to you by your Bay Area Hyundai dealers.
4,
come in and test drive the sleek, stylish Hyundai Sonata today.
1, and roll your brake.
Clear for 1 minute.
Clear for a minute. Roll red, check a full. Fade up music. Stand by injury alert to Web 1 with CG.
Sportsnet Central is presented to you by Sports Gallery. For the Bay Area's best in quality sports collectibles, custom framing, and fundraising services, visit Sports Gallery.
1, and roll X clips. Micah music. Web 1 is hot.
Coming into our newsroom here at Comcast Sportsnet, this is the latest one via Sean Collins.
Stand by Hyundai.
And this is Angel Pagan tonight after trying to run out a ground ball to second base, injuring himself, unable to even get off the field under his own power. The cart taking him off. We will keep you updated with any more developments on this story and Angel Pagan as they happen.
Stand by blue.
Look happy. Meanwhile, let's get to our Hyundai highlight. Game 7 of the NBA Finals in Miami. Heat fans, so they might leave games early, but Warriors fans, they're
we're going to play an alert third score. We're going to green sound out of this, so we can get set up for our final score recap. We're going to stand up 1-5 there.
In a sea of white. Late second, game tied at 44. Dwayne Wade from 16 feet. The Heat up 2 at recess. Let's play third quarter basketball. Halfway through the frame, Miami up 5. Kawhi Leonard. Nifty little reverse. And 1. Spurs now within 2. Clock winding down to the quarter. Mario Chalmers racing down the court. Pulls up for 3. And the Heat up by 1 heading into the 4th. Shane Battier, that's when he'd step up. His 5th 3 of the night. In fact, he was 6 of 8 from behind the arc.
Right,
he got 75-71. Less than a buck to play. Spurs down 2. Tim Duncan driving, missing, even missed the putback. And he's not happy about it. Next possession, LeBron from 19. The Heat go up by 4, and after a couple more free throws, the celebration was on. The Heat win 95-88, their second straight NBA title. This picture says it all.
And roll green, check a full, white.
This team is amazing.
And go ahead and bring CG1. Stand by to lose it.
And the vision that I had when I decided to come here
and lose it. All right, we're going to go Warriors Central to the full screen. Stand by, actually stand by to affect the full screen.
Through adversity, through everything we've been through, we've been able to persevere. And,
the LQ. Stand by X clips.
And to win, back-to-back back-to-back championships. It's an unbelievable
5,
feeling.
4,
and I'm happy to be part
3,
of such a first-class organization.
And roll X clips, Micah music. Stand by the full
basketball
screen.
Fans, you remember Marcus Pfizer? The Warriors sure do. Pfizer was in town Thursday working out for the Warriors as they look to add some size to their front line. Hey, he's 6'8", 265 pounds. The ex-Iowa Cyclone spent 6 years in the NBA after the Bulls made him a top draft choice in 2000. He last played for the Hornets in 2006. Pfizer's been playing overseas ever since.
And roll red, check a full. White.
Guys out here, and they're hitting the locker room, and now I'm the veteran that's going to the cold tub.
All right, we're gonna come on to Blue VO here. Blue VO. We'll do a Giants wipe.
To be out here and still do.
Stand by your move out there. Stand by blue.
At a high level to compete.
And 5, 4,
for the time that I missed,
3,
I am still
2, start to move.
Go at a high level.
Roll blue. White music cue.
It is always an uncomfortable sight when you see a pitcher hit with a line drive comeback. At least it wasn't Chad Godin's head, but it was the elbow on his throwing arm. Right now, all we know is that it's a contusion. Definitely something to keep an eye on the next couple of days. Meanwhile, let's go back to the ballpark and hear from him right now.
And roll green, check a full, white.
Yeah, disappointing.
Stand by his name, go ahead and bring it in. Stand by to lose it.
But
lose his name. This runs 40, we're going to go to red VO with the Giants wave next.
So just deal with it and
stand by Bruce's name.
For next start.
Bruce, what can you tell us about Godin's condition other than what they told us, which is that it was a bruise, a contusion?
That's all we have right now. And, you know, I can give you more tomorrow.
What's that?
Really, other than that,
is it good?
there's no news I can give you.
Yeah, that was tough.
Stand by the font. Stand by Nick's name. Bring it in. Stand by to lose it.
Hit really hard and looked like it bruised
lose
up.
His name. 5 left. Stand by red VO. Make some music in 3, 2.
I just hope he's okay.
White. Roll red. Music Q.
Still more Giants on the way. Up next, we'll tell you what member of the organization says Buster Posey was his favorite player growing up. Is that even possible? We'll find out.
Stand by blue.
This should have to be pretty young. Time now for our River Rock Casino Daily Jackpot. Dodgers taking on the Padres. Roy Hobbs. I mean, Yasiel Puig, the natural, continues his hot streak. His 6th home run of the month gives LA the 1-0 lead. Bottom of the 7th, game tied at 2. Pedro Soroco. That's going to be a triple, and that's going to bring home Yasmani Grandal. Padres take a 3-2 lead, and the Padres would add some insurance. San Diego defeats LA 6-3.
Wipe the full screen.
So let's show you how the NL West standings look, John Henry. And there was a whole lot less separation a couple days ago, but now it's those 4 teams separated by 3 games. Arizona in the lead, the Giants behind by 2, San Diego a half game back of that, and then Colorado at 3 behind. Arizona in trail.
Roll green,
white. That, bro. You're welcome. Appreciate that. Supercuts plays that rock racing style NASCAR Sprint Cup Series back in wine country for the 25th straight year. All parade through Sacramento Thursday as the teams bring all their equipment to Sonoma. The annual luncheon this afternoon in San Francisco, where defending champion owner Michael Waltrip reflected on the 25th running of this great race.
And roll red, trigger full, white.
Got to come out here for the first race in '89, and have always loved coming to Northern California. It's really cool, though. Back in the '80s and '90s, they said we were going to wine country, and I didn't really even know what that meant. I was more a beer guy, you know. I didn't know much about wine. Unfortunately for me, through my driving career, I never did know much about wine country. But now that I've become an owner, I just started drinking wine, and so I don't have to drive around all those turns or anything. And it's really refreshing to have a nice glass of wine and be out here and experience Victory Lane. I never thought about going to Victory Lane and having a tumbler with Cabernet in it. And so I think we've come a long way with this sport, but especially this track.
And white, Brody's up.
I'd say he's living the life. And yes, you are seeing this correctly. Colin Kaepernick, the baseball player. He's done it before, and he's now pitching again. We'll tell you why and where coming up in moments. Right here on Sportsnet Central.
Stand by blue, roll blue, check it full, dissolve.
Mike 7.
Stand by break.
Sportsnet Central is brought to you by Provident Credit Union. Provident Credit Union Super Reward Checking, a checking account that pays you.
1, and roll the break.
Clear for 1 minute.
Clear for a minute.